When you want to decide what file format that you want to record in, we're going to go to the menu button, and along the top here we have two cameras, a world, a playback, a suitcase, and a star. We've set up the star as our custom menu, and we've put a couple of really important options in there. First is file format, so we're going to go to file format and press the little circle right here, and you can see we've got a couple different file formats. We're going to avoid AVC HD. We're just going to focus on the top two. You can either have high def or 4K. So those are the two options in here. So when I'm in HD or high def and I go to my recording options, you'll see I have quite a few. If we go down here to the 120 frames per second, that's going to be great for sports or things that you might want to slow down. So that's a really high frame rate. If you're shooting something and you want to make it look cinematic and more film-like, you're going to want to go with 24. And then most of our television stuff, we shoot at 30 frames per second. Now, if you get an option of this M, see the M's, there's a number and then an M, always choose the highest number. That's going to give you the highest quality. So for example, let's say I have 230 frames per second. If I have the option of 16 or 50, always go up to 50. That's going to give you a higher quality image. Now, let's go ahead and go back in here. If I go back to file format and scooch it up to 4K, and then come down here to my record settings, you can see I have a lot fewer options. That 120 is not an available option. So if you're going for that high speed and you're like, well, why can't I find the high speed? It's because you're on 4K. Now you're going to get a much higher quality, higher resolution image at 4K, but you don't have as many options for our frame rate. You can see it's just 30 and 24. But if you want to make something look super cinematic and you want that high resolution, 24-100M is going to be what you're going to want for that cinematic look. The last thing we have on this menu is our audio record levels. That just quickly lets us jump in there, and then we can bump up or bump down our audio record levels. So that's a super handy tool, and that's why we put it on the kind of custom menu there.